Hello, 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 hello. Hello, everyone. Audio test. Okay, that sounds about right. Hopefully, it maintains normal throughout the entire stream. Okay, switching to webcam in 3, 2, 1. Hope everyone is doing well. So, pretty much what I want to do this stream is talk about new untitled Chucky project, The Lighthouse, which I just recently watched tonight, which was fucking nuts. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was actually the most insane movie. And it was also by Robert Eggers, who did Nosferatu, which I also want to talk about. And I'm going to do a mini review of, you know, of Nosferatu, because I feel like I could do a much in depth, more deeper one, a little bit later, maybe even like in a video format and everything. And if you're seeing this on Twitch and everything on a rerun, go check out my YouTube and everything. Twitter, probably for the early review, and Letterboxd. All of those links are down below in the descriptions and down below and all of that. But let's hop into the first topic at hand, which is the untitled Chucky project. Actually, I just want to do one more little audio test. Make sure everything sounds good, because I always get paranoid because everything always changes up. Okay, yeah, it sounds good enough. I've never been one for good enough, but it sounds good. Okay. Let's start. So let's do that. Okay, perfect. So the first topic at hand is the untitled Chucky project feature film, which obviously we knew a feature film or a new film movie for Chucky has been in development for quite a while now, because Don Mancini mentioned it before Chucky even got canceled, before season 3, or before the show in general, the series was canceled. And it basically said a new movie is in development, and this is it, in development by the FTIA, Film and Television Industry Alliance, which I've never heard of this before, although, a lot of other people are sourcing it, so I'll assume it's reputable, but always take everything with a massive grain of salt, as I always say with a lot of things like this. So basically, shoot date January 31st at the end of this month and everything. And I think it was said that something was going to be happening with the movie this month. There's been things where it's like it's going to, or not this month, this year, 2025, that's going to release this year, or production or something like that. But as always, as I always say, take everything with a massive grain of salt. But the FTIA, Film and Television Industry Alliance, basically says it's going to be shooting January 31st, or start shooting January 31st of this month. And currently it's in the yellow, basically says in development / pre-production, which is pretty cool, because, we're all dying for Chucky content and everything. I'm like scratching like a heroin addict and everything, just like, weird comparison, but yeah, basically like, we're all scratching for new Chucky content and everything. And obviously the last we got of it was when Chucky premiered its final episode as a TV series, or as a TV show, or as a series, with season 3, episode 8. I think it was called Final Destination. Yeah, I think so. But it's really heartbreaking to think about it. But, January 31st, it might start shooting. We're going to maybe get some behind the scenes photos that I'm very, very, very fucking excited for. And yeah, that's pretty much the Chucky movie. There's a bunch of stuff down here. They did all the blanking out and everything. So I literally just realized, holy shit, none of this is blanked out, but luckily they did all that for me. But yeah, that's the Chucky movie. Actually, let me go back to that, because it does say follows the continuing murderous escapades of the notorious killer doll, which I'm not sure if it's from leftover from the TV series, or if this is actually the summary for. Actually, this is pretty much the summary for any Chucky project, because it's just following the continuous murderous escapades of the notorious killer doll. So that could be for anything. But obviously, we're still going to be following the notorious or continuous murderous escapades of Chucky. But yeah, so that's the Chucky project. It's untitled. So we don't know if it's gonna be Child's Play 8 or, you know, I don't even know what it could be called. Because obviously there's like Bride of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky. So this could be called anything. So next, what I want to talk about is Nosferatu. Now I have my Twitter X review post right here. So let me read. Nosferatu 2024, or hashtag Nosferatu 2024, is one of the most beautiful, jaw-dropping, no joke, my jaw was dropped, which I'm not even kidding, it really fucking was in the theaters because of like just everything in the movie. Movies of 2024 with some outstanding cinematography, acting, music, special/practical effects, wardrobe, locations, hair / makeup, etc. The new way everything is shot is stunning, and how shadows are used and the lighting, which is fan-fucking-tastic. Everyone brings their A+ game, from Lily Depp Rose to Nicholas Hoult, Willem Dafoe, Emma Corrin to Ellen Taylor-Johnson, Simon and McBurney. This is where I might get a bit kind of like, caught up on the names. To Ralph Inson, who was in The First Omen, which he did a fantastic fucking job in that. And Sir fucking Bill Skarsgård, who brings a new and though familiar sound and look to the Count Orlok. Probably need some water. Dropped my headset. Okay. The music is also just awesome and deeply emotional, which it really is. There's a fantastic score to it, especially like in the creepy moments, like tension, when Orlok is just like talking, walking around and everything, to when there's like just beautiful cinematography in like, the amazing shots of like the sunsets. Like there was this one shot where Nicholas Hoult is leaving to go to Orlok's like, castle, mansion, manor, whatever you want to call it. And then when he's like standing over like this village on this mountain, that was a cool shot. And there's like really cool music behind that. The dialogue and how everyone delivered it was masterful, and the sound design, music to my fucking ears. Which, yeah, when Count Orlok is just speaking, or like, when Count Orlok is leaving, doors closing, wine being poured into glasses, writing, all of it just sounds really good. Like, give the fucking boom mic guy, the composers, everyone, the sound designers, just everybody a massive raise and a round of applause, because they did a fucking fantastic job. Scares and blood. It's a vampire, thing. There's going to be blood. There's going to be quite a bit of blood. So, yeah. Let's move on. Well, I pretty much say, please see it in theaters for the ultimate experience, which is still in theaters. And actually, there's something I want to talk about a bit later, till we get that extended cut. Because, yeah, when it comes to, I don't know if it's exclusively Blu-ray or if it's going to be like on all physical releases, but there's going to be an extended cut, which I'm very fucking excited for, because it's just, more Nosferatu. P.S. Every connection / recreation of a moment from the 1922 movie had me in tears, which there are many connections to the or kind of, recreations of moments from the 1922 movie, which I'm not even fucking kidding. From the cinematography to just everything, like the epic moment, Orlok and all of that, and like, the recreations / connections of moments to the 1922 movie literally had me in tears. I was smiling so fucking much, which is not even an exaggeration or anything. Like, I know I'm kind of like, putting on like the creator voice and everything to make it entertaining, but on like a deep level, the movie genuinely brought me to fucking tears, because I was just so happy, because of like, obviously movies are just art in general, and I was just like smiling so much. And it's just like, I don't know, it feels like there's very few movies, I wouldn't say very few, but like maybe it's because I saw it in theaters, so it was like this grand experience and everything, but it was really fucking good. Like, it was really good. So, had me in tears, extremely worrying, happy, and scary, and just so much joy. smiles, talking about, because I probably looked like a psychopath in theaters. She was like smiling over just everything because it was all so good. Fucking movies are beautiful, man. They're really fucking cool. Hell, I watched Smile, or not Smile. I still need to see Smile too, but I watched what's it called? Sting, the giant spider movie, time with my mom. And it was like it's just such a good fucking movie, man. Practical spiders, good story, good location. I don't mean to give like a review of that or anything, because I'm talking about like Nosferatu. But thank you to Robert Eggers and everyone involved. You all killed it and made something on par with the original, which I'm not even kidding. I would say so. Obviously, I'm like so back and forth on like Orlok's look and everything, but in the end, it's good. It's fucking awesome. It's really cool. Cannot wait for future generations to enjoy the 100th anniversary of this masterpiece, because obviously the original Nosferatu has a 100th anniversary edition, and I really do feel like this movie will have a 100th anniversary edition for future generations. And that's provided physical media survives, which, based on current reports, it seems like it will, which I'm really happy about. Because obviously there's the whole thing where it's like, oh, physical media fizzling out, but it's not going fucking anywhere. Physical media is here to stay. But yeah, hopefully future generations get to experience a 100th anniversary edition of Nosferatu. Hopeful. Well, fuck it, they will. Your kids, everybody's kids, grandkids will be able to experience the 100th anniversary edition of Nosferatu 2024, and hopefully some will be able to experience the 200th year anniversary to the 1922 Nosferatu. Maybe a double feature of 100th anniversary editions. I mean, that's like complex. I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about The Lighthouse. So again, reading from my ex Twitter post review, The Lighthouse 2019 was a fucking experience, which it really was. Outstanding performances by Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, and obviously there's a bunch of other actors, supporting cast and everything that were really good in it. Just like mainly more with visuals, because not many of them speak, but just with facial expressions and all of that were really good. Some of the best framing and cinematography out there. True. A very, very good looking movie and everything. And sometimes there's moving cameras, but there's a lot of stationary cameras or just following characters. A trippy story / nightmare. Very true. Great and scary great and scary as hell atmosphere. Great and scary as hell atmosphere. Sound design and lighting, and a score that sends it shivers. Not a connection to what David Cronenberg's Shivers. It was David Cronenberg, right? Shivers. Yeah, it's David Cronenberg. I go off topic really fucking easily. P.S. The dialogue delivery is outstanding and breathtaking, and the editing is so well done and seamless. There are so many long scenes of talking, and I'll be like, wait, did it cut or what? I was so into it, entertained, and sucked into the nightmare. Because yeah, the editing is so good, and there's so many long takes that you're so entertained by the dialogue, the performances, the actors are really into it. It's so just fucking insane that you're just like, wait, did it cut there or did it not? Because it's just so good and you're just so into it in all of just everything. PSS, wardrobe, makeup, and the effects team and location scouts outdid themselves, because everybody fucking killed it in this. Every single fucking buddy outdid themselves with this. I still have to see The Northman, which I will say is the one I have the least amount of interest in, and not because it looks like a bad movie, but just because I don't know. I'll have to see. But yeah, there was actually one last comparison that I made with The Lighthouse, where I basically said this movie heavily fits into the category of scary as fuck, uncanny valley, and liminal space nightmare on the levels of Carnival of Souls, great movie. All the movies that I'm going to mention here are really fucking awesome. Ennis Main, Skinamarink, and The Outwaters, which obviously I know Ennis Main, Skinamarink, The Outwaters have kind of had their fair share of, like, criticism and everything, which obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Everybody, in the end, everybody's right. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, despite or provided it's respectful, or at the very least, if it's insulting, it's funny, you know? But I like all these movies. I think they're all fucking awesome. They all fit into the scariest fuck Uncanny Valley and Liminal Space Nightmare subgenre, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'd say that's pretty much all I really want to talk about. Untitled Chucky Project. Oh, wait, nearly forgot. I nearly forgot. Well, this I might as well talk about first. Let me go to title summary. So Terrifier 3 just recently kind of got a bit of an update with its international numbers, a little bit more coming in, bumping up to $89,754,227. But really no domestic numbers, which I would love to imagine would maybe push over 100 million. Who knows? I would love to, get it above that number. But again, it's did 10x, 100x, wherever its budget. It did fantastic. It's one of the biggest, I think, unrated or rated R movies or something of the year or of ever. But yeah, I still have to watch that on VHS because I got the Art Attack collector's edition that came with the VHS. I'm so excited to watch that on VHS. But yeah, let's do Nosferatu. And not the Symphony of Horror from 1922, which is a very cool box office thing that I would have to touch on sometime. But yeah, Nosferatu at 2024 basically is at 100 million, well, past 100 million at $100,389,565 with I think it's a near $50 million budget before P&A, which is prints and advertising, which I think prints mean when it prints the movie to go to theaters, and then advertisements, obviously marketing, I think. I want to actually get that right. Wait. Because I actually did, an article on this. Well, I didn't do an article. I think Deadline did. Let me see. Oh yeah. Best opening of all time ahead of the first 5-day take of his previous focus film, the Viking epic The Northman, which did 14.6. His latest, which is Nosferatu, Robert Eggers' latest, cost under $50 million before P&A, which is print and advertising, which, like I said, I think prints mean printing for theaters and all of that, and advertising, I think, is just marketing, but correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know everything about that. Actually, let me put that on screen. But yeah, under 50 million before prints and advertising. And yeah, tons of cool shit happening with movies. Also, I think, I guess, all this is going to be technically, I guess, late news. Because I obviously do like reruns on Twitch. Make sure to check out twitch.tv/Mr. DeLorean for reruns of streams, episodes going all day of of what happened after. And I do have more of those in the works. But I'm trying to think. I just got off topic. I'm trying to get back on topic. Oh yes. Demi Moore. This is the correct spelling, right? I'll say it's the correct spelling. Trying to find an official post about it.